What is up, you guys? Tito Bods here, and today we are going to finally talk about the Lubu lineups. So most of the videos that I have seen on YouTube right now are the videos comparing Hannibal with Lubu. But instead, what I thought of is that I will compare a Lubu lineup with another Lubu lineup. And credits to the owners of the lineups that I will be featuring for today. So without further ado, let's start with the video. So let's first start off with Lubu. So the first skill of Lubu is called One of a Kind General. It's a commander skill that deals smite damage up to 5 enemy troops in a circular area. And the damage rate is 240% might bonus and can deal critical strikes, reduce their movement speed by 10% for 3 seconds, and grants 100 initial rage upon entering the battle. On his signature skill, this one increases the hero's critical strike rate by 25%, and make all the hero skill deal critical strike. So this only means that Lubu will have the hero's critical skill strike rate up by 25% and make all the hero skills deal critical strikes. This one only pertains to Lubu because the word is heroes with an apostrophe S. So don't be mistaken if this one is going to make your other heroes deal critical strikes. This only means that Lubu will have 25% chance of critical strikes, and that will make all his other skills deal critical strike. After any of your hero deals a critical strike, this one here, the word heroes, means that it's plural. So all of the other heroes in the lineup will deal a critical strike, increase the damage of Lubu's next customizable skills by 50%. So every time your other heroes, like your ATILLA for example in this case, and your RANI, deals a critical strike, this one will allow Lubu to have 50% additional damage to his skills or customizable skills, which are these two right here. So this one will give Lubu additional damage when the critical strike is activated. And then there is a 100% chance to deal one more normal attacks. So take note that not only does Lubu will have a customizable skill damage increase, but also he will have one extra chance to deal one more normal attack. So this effect lasts 3 seconds, is stuck up to one time only. It means that it will only allow Lubu to deal this type of 50% damage for 3 seconds and will only have one normal attack. So in that 3 seconds, only one extra normal attack. So the other skills of Lubu here, the weak spot and your Reaper Tiger. So the unique skill of Lubu, which is Reaper Tiger, this one after launching a normal attack deals smite damage. So this is an activation chance of 25%. So this one is a secondary strike skill. After launching a normal attack deals smite damage to the enemy troop. Damage rate is 64% if not full, and then when it's full it's 214.40%, and then if it's maxed with the rank effects it will be 320% might bonus, and increases the hero's critical rate by 15% for 3 seconds if it is fully maxed, and if not it's going to be 10.05% for 3 seconds. So this one also only buffs Lubu for the critical strike chance for 3 seconds, and also will deal the amount of damage here as a might bonus to the enemy. Sometimes there are players that are opting for critical insight since Lubu needs a lot of critical to be more efficient, but that's not true. So what you want your Lubu to be is your damage dealer, and the other or the rest of his lineup to be the support type of heroes for him to be very imposing in the battlefield. Instead of him getting the critical insight here, what we want is for his two skills to be the one that deals a ton of damage. So we're going to be avoiding getting critical insight here. And of course, these two epic skills will be no option for us for sure. And sometimes there are players that have chosen Spirited Pursuit as an option in their Lubu lineup. And I know Spirited Pursuit is also a good skill because it deals like 430% of damage. So that is a lot if you have maxed Spirited Pursuit out. Now let's compare this Spirited Pursuit with your weak spot. So here, On your weak spot, you only deal 370%. But on your weak spot here, you have an increase the hero's damage. So you are not only buffing the skill of your for example, weak spot, you are not only giving the weak spot the 30% damage increase, but in this span of 3 seconds, your other skill will also benefit from the 30% extra damage that Lubu will inflict on your enemy. So for me, weak spot is going to be the best that can boost the Lubu's damage even further. Although the Spirited Pursuit is very tempting to get because of its 430% damage, which is 60% more damage than your weak spot over here. But if ever there are times that the skills are overlapping from your Lubu or have activated multiple times in that 3 seconds, this 30% increase in damage will be very, very beneficial to the damage output of your Lubu in as a whole. So that is why I am recommending to have the weak spot attack instead of the Spirited Pursuit here. And also they have the same activation chance, and they are both secondary strike type skills. So if ever on the 3 seconds span you have activated another weak spot, which it's not said here that you can only activate this for something and then there's going to be a lag or a delay of another 3 seconds or something like that before you can activate. So if there's a chance that you activated this multiple times in just a span of, for example, 5 seconds or 6 seconds, then you will be in luck because you will also give your other skills the 30% increase in damage. For example, the Reaper Tiger here. And of course, your signature skill will also be boosted with that 30%. And also, of course, your commander skill will also be boosted with that 30% if ever your commander skill was activated during the time that you have the buff for that weak spot. So that is the beauty of the weak spot, because you are going to boost everything from your skills to have that 30% extra damage. So now let's go to the ranks of Lubu. So on rank 1, on 1 star, you have an increased unrivaled prowess is critical strike rate by an extra 5%. And then on the 3rd rank, this one increases the damage of Lubu's next customizable skills by an extra 30% every time after any one of your hero deals a critical strike. So that is why it is very crucial for your support heroes to have at least a chance to get a critical strike. And then here, this one increases the chance of unrivaled prowess activating an extra normal attack by 30%. So this is why a lot of players are torn between getting this lineup here of Lubu, your ATILLA, and your RANI versus the lineup which is the Lubu, Guan Yu, and ATILLA. So we're going to tackle first your ATILLA, since he is both here and on the other lineup. This one doesn't really matter because every time ATILLA is always going to be on the middle or the end of every lineup. May it be on the cavalry or may it be on the archers. So the important skill of ATILLA here is your Annihilator, which is his signature skill. That this one, there is a 35% chance for all your heroes to enter double attack state, and increases your commander's might damage by 35% and might by 50% for 3 seconds. So that is a lot of damage. Your ATILLA really is a support hero here. Let's go with the customizable skill of your ATILLA. So there are a lot to choose from for your ATILLA here. You may go for Armor Piercer, your Weak Spot, Warriors here, or Critical Insight. And also Act of Mercy, sorry. But you always need to think where ATILLA is in the lineup and what type of lineup he is in. So in this case, what we want, to be honest, is to give your Lubu the best damage that he can get. So what we must do is to get the Critical Insight here, which will allow all your heroes' critical strike rate increased by 5.13% initially, but on the max, it will have 14% as a whole for the critical strike rate. And then when dealing the critical strike, reduces all enemy heroes' armor by 15 up to 3 stacks. So this one will reduce your enemy heroes' armor by 45% after dealing all the 3 stacks that are here in the skill. So here on your Attila, our second customizable skill that we are choosing is going to be your Warrior's Hymn. Why? Because your Warrior's Hymn will increase the next hero's might by 25% initially, but it will go up to 125%, and also the crit rate, it will increase from 13% to 20% for 3 seconds. So you always have to remember that our last hero in this lineup is Rani. So Rani doesn't have a critical chance skill. So what we want is to boost everyone's critical so that Lubu will have a better chance to have more or to deal more damage. So that is why we are choosing your Warrior's Hymn here instead of the other skills that we can choose. Like, for example, you can choose Armor Piercer, which will give additional reduction of armor to your enemies. But in this case, we're going to choose for your Warrior's Hymn to give Rani additional chance to hit a critical strike. As I have said earlier, what you want for your Lubu lineup is to always give him a chance to get extra damage from your critical strike rate. Let's go now with the ranks of your Attila. So on rank 1, when Annihilator is activated, increases your commander's might by 50 for 3 seconds. So additional damage to your Lubu here. And then on the third rank, increases the trigger chance of Annihilator here, double attack by 5%. So another chance to activate for your signature skill. And then on the 5th rank, which is I suggest that you get or you aim for, because this one will when Annihilator is activated, your commander, so another buff for Lubu, deals 35% more might damage. So this one is a percentage of damage instead of might bonus. So there, your Attila will buff your Lubu with insane amount of damage from his skills alone. That is why Attila is a very good support hero for your Lubu here. Now let's go to your Rani. So on the first skill of Rani, the commander skill deals might damage to the target 300 or 500%, and increases your troops' normal attack damage by 35%. So Rani is also a good commander if you are playing a free-to-play account. Rani sometimes is going to be the lead, and that will be okay. So because her signature skill, the Warrior Queen, there is a 25% chance for the next hero to enter the double attack state and increase might for 40 for 3 seconds. So this one is going to buff your hero Lubu for sure. That is why Rani is always placed on the 3rd slot in every lineup that she is in, unless she is the commander. So another additional damage increase for Lubu because of the double attack, more chance of dealing critical strike. Always remember that more attacks or more instance of attacks will have more chance of dealing critical strike. It's like a roulette, more chance of spinning, more chance of winning, something like that. So Rani is going to be like that for your Lubu. She's going to give Lubu additional double attacks, and then Lubu will have multiple chance to hit that critical strike. That is very crucial to the damage of your cavalry lineup here. And then of course another buff for your Lubu is your King's Blade, as Rani's customizable skill, because your King's Blade here will deal might damage to your enemy troops every 9 seconds. So you will deal might bonus to your enemies or might damage to your enemies by 200%, and at its max rate, you will have a 46% chance to give all your heroes increased damage by 30% for 3 seconds. So this is another good buff that your Lubu can benefit on, because this one is 30% at max damage. 30% at max damage. When this one is activated during a critical strike, this 30%, will double in damage when it comes to your critical strike. So it's like giving Lubu 60% damage increase. And then of course, our only best choice for the last customizable skill in this lineup is going to be your Warrior's Hymn here. So this one increases the next hero's might, same as your Attila, who has the warrior him also. And of course, another chance of your Lubu to deal critical strike, which is going to be 20%. So that is why Rani here is a good fit for your Lubu lineup. She doesn't deal that much damage, but she will give you 25% chance to enter a double attack state, which is, if that double attack state happens to be both critical, then your Lubu is going to kill the other troop instantly. So let's now go to your Guan Yu over here. So Guan Yu is your alternative to your Rani on the Lubu lineup. So we are just going to change the position of your Attila to your as a third commander instead of the second here, because we're going to place Guan Yu in the middle, because your Attila right here is going to buff your Lubu instead of your Rani. So there is no point to place your Attila on the second here and give your Guan Yu another instance of critical strike and damage, because Guan Yu on the other hand cannot buff your Lubu like your Rani does. So what you want is for your Attila to buff your Lubu instead of buffing Guan Yu here. So his signature skill increases the hero's critical rate by 32% and might by 60. And for the first 15 seconds of the battle, additionally, increases the hero's critical strike rate by 45%. This one only triggers for every 2 minutes. So the first skill here, this is a permanent skill that is always present with your Guan Yu. And then this other one here that increases the hero critical strike rate will only activate every 2 minutes. So next here, we will be choosing Fatal Blow and your critical insight for your Guan Yu. So others will choose Weak Spot or Berserker, but as I have said, you don't need any other damage from your other commanders, because we want your Lubu to deal all the damage, because he needs the buff to give the best out, to get the best out of his signature skills and his other skills that will deal damage for your troop. And then Berserker here, when the hero normal attack deals a critical damage, so it's pertaining to Guan Yu over here, increases the hero's might by 32 for 6 seconds. So this one will give your Guan Yu additional damage. So your Guan Yu is going to be your damager. You want these skills if your Guan Yu is your commander. So we want your critical insight for your Guan Yu, because this will add another additional critical strike chance for your Lubu. And of course, we are going for your Fatal Blow. Number one, this will deal damage here for about 310%, which is a lot of damage, and then can deal critical strike. That is one of the best skills that you can get from this commander, because it will give Lubu another chance to increase his damage because of the critical strike here. So those are the skills that you want for your Guan Yu to activate your Lubu's signature skills and increase more of his damage. So these two right here are the best skills for your Guan Yu to get to be very effective in the lineup of your Lubu. So let's go with the stars of your Guan Yu over here. Okay, so the ranks of Guan Yu here on the first rank will increase the duration of your gallantry strikes skills rate, critical rate, and increased effect by 3 seconds. And then on the third rank, the gallantry increases Guan Yu's might by an extra 60 points. So it will give Guan Yu's might additional 60, and it will increase the damage of overall of your Guan Yu. But on the on the fifth rank here, this one will increase critical strike damage by an extra 12%. So as you can see, all of the damage here for your Guan Yu, or all of the stars here for your Guan Yu, is all for his damage. I'm not saying that it's not or it's bad or something like that, but in Rani's case, every star or almost every bonuses on the ranks of her stars or her ranks will give you skills or bonuses that will benefit your commander more. So that is for your Guan Yu. Now, the dilemma that we are facing now is, if you're going to ask if you want a Guan Yu or a RANI instead of the line up is up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare your Guan Yu with your RANI. It's just like choosing between quantity over quality, because your Guan Yu is going to give more critical chance for your troop, and your RANI will give you a higher critical damage for your troop. So it depends on your choice. If you want a lot of critical damage or a lot of critical chances on your lineup, you go for your Lubu, Guan Yu, and ATILLA. Now, if you want more increased damage, you go for RANI. You go for Lubu, ATILLA, and RANI instead of Guan Yu. So I will I gave you all the information that I can give on this lineup, and it's up to you to choose between the two lineup which one is better for you. It's not always going to be what is the best, but this time both of them are the best, because both of them will for sure deal a lot of damage and is very worth it to spend your resources on. The only question is, which do you prefer? A frequency of your critical strikes with Guan Yu, or the quality of damage with your RANI? So if ever you want to answer my question, leave your answer on the comment section down below. If you're going for Guan Yu, or if you are going or loving RANI in the lineup. So that is all for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you learned something from our guide today. And if ever you like the video, kindly click on the thumbs up sign, and then please do subscribe on the channel. It will help our channel grow and will help me give you more guides and tips in the coming future. Especially, I think our game here has a lot of potential to grow. And also click on the notification bell to always be notified whenever we are going to upload a video or we are going live. In that case, you will always be updated for all the new stuffs that we are coming up with. So thank you for checking out this video for today, and I hope that my guide makes sense to all of you. And with that, I am going to be ending the video, and good day to all of you. Goodbye, and see you later.